How's everybody doing? Everybody ready for your presentation? Everybody good? Hey, DeAndre, I was thinking about you. No. Didn't you tell me you're a dancer?
Yeah.
Well, so I'm saying this to everybody, not just you. But look, when I talk to you about doing something more passionate, with more emotion, you know, if you want to dance instead of present, that's communication as far as I'm concerned.
I already have my piece.
All right. I brought it too late to the party. But we might have another opportunity going forward. If somebody plays music or if somebody wants to, you know, I said no singing this time because I want everybody to do that. But in the future, if you'd like to do that, I think everybody would appreciate it. And if you're more, it's like, in my opinion, speaking in your first language, right? How you express yourself. If you want to. Not saying you have to. Just a thought. All right. Is everybody good? Everybody signed in? Spencer, let's go. All right.
Am I going first again?
Yeah, Spencer's going first.
All right.
Hey, hold on just a second. I want everybody, how much fun have we had doing these memes? It's been fun, right? And it inspired me to do a meme contest on another thing I'm working on. I should probably tell you guys about that. Shouldn't I, Queenie? Give everybody the chance? All right, I'm going to do a meme contest to kind of humorously let people that smoke and vape know that smoking and vaping can be offensive to other people. You know, like, dude, you are odiferous. You know, or something. You guys don't know what that means. But anyway, something like that. But it's going to be at least a $1,000 prize for the best meme. Are you guys interested?
Yes.
Are you interested?
Yes.
I don't know that I can make it happen. I mean, you'll win one. You know, if it does it, I'm going to make it. It's a global contest, though. Yes. Such a good question. It's a great question.
Because if you do, then it's a different audience than we do.
That is such a good question. I'll get back to you on that. That's a very fair question. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to work the next couple of weeks developing the criteria for the meme, and we'll establish who the audience will be, and we'll select a panel of people to judge. I think. But I think that's a really good question. You need a job when you graduate? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, everybody have this? All right, get ready for some really good memes. Are you ready? If I do say so myself. Okay, Spencer, you present.
All right. I just want to preface this for you guys. I do not support smoking or anything, but there's an image with, I guess, Will Smith with a cigarette. So just want to put it out there.
Hurts me that Will smokes. I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is basically how I feel when a student gives me an obscure story about attendance, I guess. That's how I feel.
It's a good message. All right.
You ready?
Ready.
All right.
That looks about right. All right, keep going. I got several because I let you down last time.
I have to admit, I heard you yelling at somebody.
This is the second person today that said I yelled, and I really don't think I yell, but I do. I share with them. I say, hey, I just want to remind you.
You were driving by.
Oh, I do. That's the second person. Yeah, I do that. I do that. Yeah. Look, like I told the class before, it took me 10 years to get this campus tobacco-free. I'm gonna push it. I try to push it kindly. I hope I do. But you'll notice, it's pretty. How many of you like the fact that the campus is tobacco and vape-free? Raise your hand. Well, there you go. Okay.
I was going to say, it's crazy that like they'll smoke right next to the signs that say.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Because it's the hotel that you can smoke here.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can't smoke at the hotel either. No, you can't smoke anywhere. You ready for another one? Hold on. We gotta vote. Which ones you like the best? Okay, so everybody take a look at this one. This is number one. All right, next. Yeah, dude, really? It's open book, open note, and you cheated? Come on. All right, number 2. Let's go to number 3. That didn't get much of a laugh. I thought that was my favorite one. I'm a big Oprah fan. Oh, really? Like I didn't take it on the chin with all of your memes. That's only fair, right, Spencer?
I would say
Yeah. Don't start a fire and then complain about the way it gets put out. Don't ever do that. Next. One more. Number 4.
I think they're good.
I think they're good. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Let's include Spencer's.
Which student was that?
No. Okay, we're going to vote.
Dang, nobody.
All right, who likes this one the best? Raise your hand. Spencer, close your eyes so you can't, yeah. Who likes this one the best?
Yeah, how you doing this time?
Oh, we got 5, right? Don't we have 5 total?
We have 6. You wanted me to add an extra one?
Oh, where's the other one? Did we go through them all?
Yeah, that was 6.
Oh, what?
That's 6.
All right. Everybody, this is the favorite for sure. All right. Go to the others. All right. Oh, yeah. This is one. Who likes this one as a favorite? How about this one? Who likes this one as a favorite? God, we might have to count. This is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That may be it. Keep going. Who likes this one as the favorite? Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 22. Next. Who likes this one as a favorite? Skip. They don't like this one. How about this one? My intellectual crowd. All right. 3. Okay, so which one was the winner? It was this one. Cheating on an open no test. All right, it's good. You guys have really stoked my fire about memes. I have learned so much about these rascals. Thank you, Spencer. Let's give Spencer a round of applause because he came up with the idea. Now I need the hand sanitizer, right? Because we just high five. How about if I just rub them? Who's ready? Okay, now I need one thing. When you step up, I need you to say your name out loud, just your first name, so because Spencer needs to track us and he doesn't know everybody. So we'll do that. Anne Marie, are you ready? Let's go.
Do I still have to say my name?
No, you got.
I'll try to say your name. If you have your name tag up, I'll try to say it.
Okay, so
Jonathan.
my poem is called A Thorny Rose by Kristen Warfield. Our life is like a thorny rose, not perfect but always beautiful. The thorns represent the hardships in our life. The delicate red petals represent the fun and beautiful things in our lives. As a young rose, the petals hugging around the sea are the family and friends who protect, love, and care for us.
Uncross your legs. Take a deep breath. There you go. Now, just say the first stanza again and just with everything you have.
Our life is like a thorny rose, not perfect but always beautiful. The thorns represent the hardships in our lives.
Thank you. Very good. You articulated much more when you uncrossed your legs and you got a little relaxed, okay?
But that's just literally how I stare.
Okay, I get that. But you got to think about that. How many of you noticed the way she was standing? Okay, so it kind of distracts a little bit. It's comfortable for you, but it also, I feel like, it kind of restricted your ability to really be vulnerable and share with the audience the poem. Okay, but good, nice poem, nice content. Who's going to go next? Okay, it's Allie. Kendall. Allie's next. Yeah, sorry. It's like concentration in here, right? You guys know how to play that game? You guys don't have any idea what I'm talking about. All right, I'm going to do another meme. You guys think $1,000 is enough of a prize to get you interested? 10,000. Yeah. You know, all right. That was a dumb question. Okay. Kendall.
Kindle. That's
Kendall's ready.
Okay, so I just wanted to put a little disclaimer out there. I am reading from the Bible. I'm by no means high and mighty. I just really found that this impacted me. And so I'm not trying to shove my faith down your throat or anything. So
There we go.
I'm going to be reading from Romans 12, and it's verses 9 through 21. Don't just pretend to love others, really love them. Hate what is wrong, hold tightly to what is good. Love each other with genuine affection, and take delight in honoring each other. Never be lazy, but work hard and serve the Lord enthusiastically. Rejoice in our confident hope. Be patient in trouble, and keep on praying. When God's people are in need, be ready to help them, and always be eager to practice hospitality. Bless those who persecute you, and don't curse them. Pray that God will bless them. Be happy with those who are happy, and weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with each other, and don't be too proud to enjoy the company of ordinary people. And don't think that you know it all. Never pay back evil with more evil. Do things in such a way that everyone can see that you are honorable. And do all that you can to live in peace with everyone. Dear friends, never take revenge. Instead, if your enemies are hungry, feed them. If they are thirsty, give them something to drink. Don't let evil conquer you, but conquer evil by doing good.
Those are all good lessons. Thank you. And you did it very well. Thank you. You know, there's a lot of emotional intelligence in that, right? Success is the best revenge rather than retaliation. Instead of responding and reacting similarly to how somebody did to you, resist that and still be kind to them. Have you ever heard the term kill them with kindness? Yeah. Driving, there's some good lessons there, Nicholas. Driving, right? Don't respond with the same kind of junk that they do. Yeah, so think about that. Okay, nice to have you back. Who's next? Who's next? Alice! All right, how many of you are out there thinking about yours right now? Okay, try to relax. Nicholas, you have a question? 1 second, Alice, I'm sorry.
I have a quick question. Is it okay if I study mine for a little bit? It's on the phone. I don't really remember it. It's a different language.
Yeah, I'd prefer that we give attention here, but if you don't, yeah. And in between, while they're doing it, you can do that. Yeah, and thanks for asking.
So this is a poem by Rudy Francisco, who is one of my favorite slam poets, and it's called When People Ask How I'm Doing.
Alice, stand up. There you go. Come on.
When people ask how I'm doing, I want to say, my depression is an angry deity, a jealous god, a thirsty shout-out that wrings my joy like a dish rag and makes juice out of my smile. I want to say, getting out of bed has become a magic trick, and I am probably the worst magician that I know. I want to say, the sadness is the only clean shirt I have left, and my washing machine has been broken for months. But I'd rather not ruin someone's day with my tragic honesty. So, instead, I treat my face like a pumpkin. I pretend it's Halloween, and I carve into it something acceptable. I laugh, and I say, I'm doing all right. Thank you.
Alice, that was great. Really good, very emotive, and the content itself was very impactful. I can see why you enjoy that. Very good. Thank you for sharing that. All of you have come up with some great, great stuff. Okay, who wants to go next? We got to keep it going. That is, I want to say Chelsea. Yeah. Careful. She wants to make sure you have her name right, Spencer.
Okay. So there was no title to this poem, but it is by Christy Ann Martine. Like a flower in the desert, I had to grow, in the cruelest weather, holding on to every drop of rain just to stay alive. But it's not enough to survive. I want to bloom beneath the blazing sun and show you all the colors that live inside of me. I want you to see what I can become.
Hold on. I just want to point out, have you did you realize while she was saying that, I'm sure you were listening to the content, but her resonance and richness, the way she enunciates, do you see that? That's really well done. Thank you. Yeah, that's good. Do you see the difference when people open their mouth and speak? Can you see that? And that's why I turned you on to the cork, because that'll help you do that. And it just makes a difference. There's a richness when you do that. It's robust. And that's what you're trying to achieve. Come on, Monica. She's over there dying a little bit, so let's get to it.
I'm super cold.
Oh, yeah, it is cold. I'm sorry.
Okay, so mine's in Spanish. Just want to let you guys know. Indefensos silencios que callan. Adentro del castillo hecho panza. Vulnerables ojitos que no ven. La tormenta que se le aproxima a su piel. Sonrisa muda de alegría, pese a sentir que en breve se le iría su vida. Manito tibia llena de amor, que no se abrirá al sol y con dolor. Mejillas suaves hechas para besar, no conocerán los labios de su mamá. Esperan con tristeza su muerte, sin entender por qué le corre esa suerte. Tanto amor y deseos de abrazar, serán mutilados y en sangre se ahogarán. Te amo, mami, no me dejes. Es mi amor el que quiero que te lleve. Quiero besar de tu pecho la vida y no entiendo quién te dice que no es mío. Tanto te necesito, yo te adoro y me entregan a la muerte aunque lloro. Quiero que sepas que soy tu hijo, ese mismo, sin saberlo tu corazón bendijo. Ámame, abrázame, ya me muero y mi vida se la lleva sin un duelo. Mi mamá no me mimará, aunque yo la muerte la su eternidad.
That's a beautiful poem. It's very well done. And yeah, thanks. Okay. Who wants to go next? We'll come back.
I just have a question.
Lizzie?
What was the general subject?
It's, what was it? I'm sorry, I stepped on that, I'm sorry.
I wanted to answer for you just in case it
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll come back to that. But go ahead, you can answer.
Yeah, it was over like.
Turn around and let it make sure.
It was over abortion and just, I guess, like her not being able to feel the baby, but the baby inside wants to feel her just as much as she wants to feel him or her.
It's about wanting and love and storm and how it, what all the things you go through. Yeah. It's powerful. I think it's good to hear things in a different language, don't you? Kind of gives you a different perspective. You did that very well, thank you. Okay, who wants to go next? Do I need to call on somebody? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Come on, you just came right in, let's do it. And wait, David.
Yes, David.
Phew! Yeah, okay, his brother. I always get confused with his twin. Okay.
So one thing a lot of people don't know about me is I'm actually Australian. You may be thinking I don't have the accent. If some of you know my full name, my last name is Kazanji. I can kind of explain those things. When I was growing up, as he just said, I have a twin brother. Twins can develop a learning disability is a speech disability called twin talk. You're learning English at the same time you're making your own language. Not so helpful. When I was in Australia, the first two years of grade school, my speech therapist was Australian, and then after that, I had one specific speech therapist because it's kind of like a long-term effect. And the second speech therapist was from the States, and I worked with him a lot to get my speaking better. That's one of the main reasons why I don't have an Australian accent, because he kind of taught me more. When I was learning how to speak, it was more towards the American accent. Another thing is my last name, Kazanji, it's actually a Turkish last name. However, my grandfather fought in the Korean War with the UN forces, and one thing is his original name was Williamson, but he was saved by a Turkish soldier in Korea because the Turks had a strong influence in the Korean War with Commonwealth forces and United States forces. And so he decided, since this man changed saved my life and they became friends in the war, he decided to change his name because that man didn't have that much family in Turkey. So technically, 3 generations ago, my family's last name was Williamson. Now it's Kazunji, because that man was Turkish. Some cool things about Australia. Target in Australia, it has the same brand image entirely as Target in the United States, but it was originally 2 different department stores, and they're not the same company. They were just like, well, we look the same. We're not really competing with each other because we're not on the same continents. Well, we can kind of take a market share while not controlling the whole market situation. Red Robin's there is an ice cream shop. Here it's a burger chain. And Burger King there is called Hungry Jack's, and it looks almost the same. Anyways, all that I just said, people are going to hate me for saying this, was a lie. The main reason for this speech was to kind of put an emphasis on what people tell you and how easy it is for someone to kind of tell you things that aren't true. In college, you're going to meet a lot of people, and you're going to think that these relationships matter after 4 or 5 months, and you can build friendships from that. But sometimes when people are talking to you, that necessarily doesn't mean everything they're telling you. And you may be wondering why if people did believe that, you may be wondering why it was kind of convincing. It was because whenever someone lies to you and you have a reasonable doubt, that liar is going to try to have some truth to his lies. So I am a twin. I did have twin talk when I was younger. And my grandfather did fight in Korea, but he was actually Turkish, and he fought with the Turks. So that's, and I messed up right before I came up here, because I was going to say, have someone record, and I was going to say, thanks, mate, when I gave him the thing to record. Thanks, mate. Yeah, and if you're wondering why I know so much about Australia, it's because when I'm bored at work, I like to tell people I'm Australian.
That's great.
I say yes. Thank you.
How many of you totally believed his story? Dude, that was great. I'm glad you told us otherwise.
Yeah.
That was fun. Thank you for doing that. Come on, DeAndre.
How's everybody doing today?
Fine, thank you.
Y'all did. I wrote this poem myself. I do poetry with some of my friends every now and then. And I didn't give it a title to it, so I hope you guys kind of figure it out what I'm talking about. So, y'all ready? Y'all ready? I'm ready. Y'all ready? Okay, go. From the moment that we see the bright light to one's resting where the eyes are dark as night, one's final thought was, what did I fulfill? There's one word that defines someone's life, as to a husband towards on to his wife. I'm sure we all know what I'm trying to talk about. Anybody can guess? No, not yet. My question is, what is our purpose? Every step that we take, every breath that we make, while we sleep, while we awake, we don't see what we create just to realize our cake is already being baked. We learn to pursue, then to persuade. Never stop searching to find your conclusion. Open your eyes up and ignore the illusion. So find your purpose, because you'll realize you're more than worthless. And that's it.
That's good. And you wrote that?
Yeah.
Really cool. Really cool. I hope you continue to do things like that. Very good. That's a lot of talent there. Good for you.
But did anybody get the general?
Who got it?
Me, it was in the plan.
Somebody tell me.
Yeah, basically, like, I'm pretty sure everybody does at this point. We're all teenagers in college. Like, once we graduated high school, because, we was all forced to do it in high school, so once we graduated, we kind of stopped to realize, like, what am I doing? Like, where I'm going to go? Like, where I'm going to pursue? But
Right.
as we got older, we started to realize, instead of questioning it, how about we just go out there and do it? So when we do die, we finally, find our conclusion, like, what did we accomplish?
What did we do? It's like there's an author named Stephen Covey, and he says to create a mission statement for your life. But if you have trouble doing that, write your obituary,
Exactly.
right? It's looking back and saying, okay, what kind of person was I? What did I end up doing? Yeah, very good. Thanks. Yeah. Caroline, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I use PowerPoint?
Yes.
Yes, mine is Chinese, and yeah, so I want to hold it up so people can see the characters.
Okay. While she's doing that, who's ready to go next? Okay, so we got some people in the pipeline. All right, we'll be good. You realize everybody's got to go, right? All right. Okay. No, we're going to go. We'll go. I'm just trying to get some people ready. Yes, sir.
You ever heard of the game called popcorn?
No.
Whenever, it's what we did in class. Like one person presents, and then after you finish presenting, you choose the next person.
Ah! Who likes that idea? DeAndre, you're a genius. We're going to play popcorn from now on. I like it. Spencer, that's a cool idea. Is it going to take a minute? Okay. Oh, I see. Oh. All right. Who would like to go? Come on. Come on up, Kay. Oh, sorry, Kayla's ready. We're going to give you extra credit now for that. Well, it's not ready. Over here. The folder. Yeah. USB drive. There you go.
Okay. Thank you, guys. So, yeah.
And then go to slideshow. Down there. There you go. There you go.
So I'm the inventor, and this is like small Chinese version poetry. And before I read this, let me introduce this, a little history where it's coming from. So it's made by the time when I was doing my first internship, hotel internship in China, in a small exquisite village. And my best friend came to visit me, and it was a rainy day. When I picked her up, and I was really, really happy. And that's why I made this for her, because she brought a lot of happiness and peaceful for me. And let me read this. 窗外新茶雨沥沥，清香一缕入我心。坐看对影无多言，小知此心甚欢喜，忧欢喜。I'm sorry, I misread this. So this imitated ancient Chinese poetry, ancient style, and so I hope everyone like it.
So who understood it?
I know there's a.
Okay. Can you tell us what she said?
So just explain her emotion during like the rainy day, like she maybe say goodbye to someone, and they drink and they talk something, so they very like feel a little bit sad when they say goodbye.
Say goodbye to each other. Thank you. And that was a nice presentation too. That was good. Thank you, Caroline. Very good. So how long does it take to learn to write Mandarin? Yeah, I mean, because how many characters are there? Aren't there like...
There are a lot. I know like the common characters, maybe 3,000. If you can learn those, you can definitely read and write and talk.
in Mandarin. And how many of you speak Mandarin? Raise your hand if you speak Mandarin. And how many of you speak Cantonese? You speak Cantonese? Both. You do both. Do you speak Cantonese, Mandarin, and English, and anything else? That's enough, but I was just curious if you had another one. Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? 3,000 characters, and we complain about 26 letters in our alphabet. Think about that. Right. Okay. Caleb. Aren't your toes cool?
Yes. I regret that. Okay, so this poem I got from an actress. She's on a show called A Different World. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. Through the darkness of night and the heat of the day, a ship sails with haste from the African Bay. This ship carried cargo more precious than gold. It carried human beings who were meant to be sold. Robbed of their culture, to their history blind. Knowledge is essential to a strong black mind. Let us be historically and culturally immersed. Let us feed our own hunger and quench our own thirst. Now we realize what we need most, we possess deep inside. It's a feeling of spirit, and we call it Black Pride.
Very good. Yeah, you said that with good energy, too. It was really good. Yeah, good. Come on. I can't see your name. I'm sorry. Kathy. Spencer, got it? What do you have for us, Kathy? We're ready.
It's by, no, it's You Found Me by The Fray. Where were you when everything was falling apart? All my days spent by the telephone that never rang. And all I needed was a call.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's do another one. Queenie. How many of you remember Queenie's first presentation? Okay, so pressure's on. Pressure's on.
So this is from Prince Iya. Some of you might have seen his videos of suing school systems. He's very inspirational, and so here's one of his. Okay. Perfection. It is a condition of being free from all flaws or defects. But actually, its definition should be a 10-letter word that describes something that doesn't even exist. I hate the word perfection. It has driven me crazy for years. Guided by fear, I've been constantly judged by my peers, comparing them, stressing and striving over to reach an idea that's only in here. Salvador Dali said it best, have no fear of perfection because you never reach it. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 2 doors in life. Door number 1, be perfect and be admired, or door number 2, be real and be loved. I say choose door number 2 and choose it quickly because life is too short to try to strive for something that doesn't even exist. And create your own unique expression. Color outside the line, beat a marble that doesn't even roll right. Do a dance that nobody has ever seen before. I mean, don't worry if people stop and stare because if the Leaning Tower of Pisa, if it was straight, nobody would care. Embrace its mistakes. It should be savored. Failure is a condiment that gives success its flavor. And true success is being yourself in a world that's constantly trying to make you someone else. In a Japanese tradition called kintsugi, when an object breaks, they fill its cracks with gold because they believe that something that is damaged and has history is all the more beautiful. So embrace your cracks. You may call it brokenness, but it is the light that will shine through. And if you're alone in your corner, I will be your supporter, and together we will smile against society that will diagnose our gifts as disorders. You don't have to be a perfect person with perfect makeup, perfect skills, or even perfect build. Because in reality, perfect people are not real, and real people are not perfect.
Thank you, Queen. You guys have had some great content and messages. You really have. It's just been terrific. Good. Helen?
Mine's is pretty short, but it's an Arabic prayer that we usually pray, and it's about parents.
tried Arabic in a while, so it'll be a little
Good practice.
yeah. Allahumma aghfir lana dhunubana wa liwalidayna wa rahmana hama kama rabbayani saghira. What this means is, Ya Allah, which we call our God, forgive me and my sins and those of my parents, and have mercy upon them as they had mercy upon me when I was small. Basically, this one really touches me because nowadays I see that a lot of people kind of forget their parents as they get older. We have so many of our own issues, so I say this like after, we usually in my religion we pray 5 times a day, so I make sure I pray this every day, so I always remember how much my parents did for me when I was younger, when I didn't know better, and I pray that whenever I'm older and I'm capable of taking care of them, and if they ever do need my help, I'm always there for them. It's a good reminder.
It's a great reminder. I have a question real quick. One second. So you pray 5 times a day.
Yes.
Do you get to select the prayers that you? So every person in your religion chooses their own prayers.
So basically, there's
Fine.
You could say a formula.
Okay.
Something you pray, but then you have one of your separate prayers, which you can read whatever you want to
I
read
see.
in that time, and then after your actual full formula prayer, then you can sit down and then make as many prayers we call du'as as you like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do us a favor. Read it one more time now, and just
In
be
Arabic?
in Arabic, and just.
Oh, okay, sorry.
There you go.
Okay. Allahumma aghfir lana dhunubana wa liwalidayna wa rahmana hama kama rabbayani saghira. Okay, so it means, Ya Allah, forgive my sins and those of my parents, and have mercy upon them as they had mercy upon me when I was small.
Very good. Thank you. Now, who else in the class understands Arabic? Is there anybody in it? Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. That's a challenging language as well. Yeah. Yeah. Were you raised with that language?
Yeah,
You were raised with that language?
No.
You studied it to go.
I picked it up a little bit when I was in country.
Country, yeah.
But
Yeah.
not enough to like.
it's really hard. Like,
Flu-
to pick up the accent, that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
You can, because Arabic, there's formal, and like the way you speak is different than the way you write. So
Oh.
the way she wrote, like she read it,
Uh-huh.
that's not the way we talk. That's like the formal Quran or the formal Arabic.
Ah, yeah.
And that's what they teach like foreigners.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
accent to pick up is really hard.
That's the
If you're
hard-
born with it, or like at least when you're young,
Yeah.
it's hard. Like you can feel like somebody learned Arabic or somebody was born.
You can sense that
Yes,
when they're speaking.
The accent.
Very, yeah, interesting.
It's there's a lot of characters, and it's actually very beautiful. It's like a drawing. Like
Yeah.
Arabic from Arabic is really beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Were you raised in the Middle East or in
Yes, I was born in France, and then I moved to Africa and
Ah.
Nigeria, and then I lived 14 years in Syria,
Uh-huh.
from Syria.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Lebanon for
Yeah.
the war, and then I moved here.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But actually, English and French are my first language.
Okay.
Arabic is also.
Yeah, you got it as well. Yeah, 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 that's good. Okay, who wants to go? Okay, come on. Do we need her name? We need your name, I'm sorry.
T.
Ting.
Thank you. So I will read again.
Okay.
So, có câu so sánh là một cuộc chiến bại. Y nói dù có là ai, dù có thành công, hạnh phúc đến mức nào, khi làm phép so sánh với người khác, bạn sẽ luôn tìm ra một điểm nào đó khiến mình cảm thấy kém cỏi hơn. Bạn sẽ luôn là người thua cuộc. So sánh chỉ khiến ta cảm thấy thất vọng về bản thân, thấy xã hội tiêu cực, đầy rẫy bất công, thấy ai ai cũng may mắn hơn mình. Người nào còn sống theo tiêu chuẩn của một đời người khác, không phải mình, chúng ta sẽ không bao giờ có thể chạm tới một cuộc đời phóng khoáng và tự do. Nếu bạn biết rõ những giá trị của riêng mình, bằng việc nghĩ, nói và viết ra những điều tích cực hàng ngày, bạn sẽ nhận ra bản thân mình có những thế mạnh mà người khác không thể chạm tới được. Chỉ khi biết yêu và trân trọng chính mình, bạn mới có thể tự kéo bản thân ra khỏi hố đen tiêu cực của so sánh và ghen tị. Như một người thầy của tôi từng nói, khi ta bắt đầu ngừng so sánh, ta bắt đầu biết đến tự do.
Sweet. Tell us what it means.
Oh.
Wait, is there somebody in the class who speaks Vietnamese? Alice? Tell us what it meant.
Comparison is a failure. The more you compare yourself to others, the more you'll only feel worse about yourself. And once you learn how to love yourself and embrace all your flaws, that's when you can truly be yourself.
That's quite a message. Thank you. Yeah, it was very good. Thanks, Alice. You ready? Okay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Karina. I'm going to go ahead and begin. This is the reaction you get when you're sitting behind your phone having a hefty conversation, or even worse, the conversation is happening in real time. You might find yourself walking away or defending yourself. Maybe you even fight back and argue. Although many people choose to walk away from these crucial conversations, I suggest you challenge yourself and engage in dialogue. 25 years of research in 17 different organizations by the authors of Crucial Conversations has taught us that individuals who are the most influential, who can get things done, and at the same time build on relationships, are those who mastered their crucial conversations. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and read what resonated with me the most from this book and actually answered a lot of my reactions to crucial conversations. For instance, consider a typical crucial conversation. Someone says something you disagree with about a topic that matters a great deal to you, and the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, the hairs you can handle. Unfortunately, your body does more. Two tiny organs seated neatly on top of your kidneys pump adrenaline into your bloodstream. You don't choose to do this. Your adrenal glands do it. And then you have to live with it. And that's not all. Your brain then diverts from activities and deems non-essential to high priority, such as hitting and running. Unfortunately, as the large muscles of the arms and legs get more blood, the higher level reasoning sections of your brain get less. As a result, you end up facing challenging conversations with the same intellectual equipment available to a rhetorist monkey. Your body is preparing to deal with an attacking saber-toothed tiger, not your boss, neighbor, or loved ones. We're under pressure. Let's add another factor. Crucial conversations are frequently spontaneous. More often than that, they come out of nowhere. And since you're caught by surprise, you're forced to conduct an extraordinary complex human interaction in real time. No books, no coaches, and certainly no short breaks while a team of therapists runs to your aid and pumps you full of nifty ideas. What do you have to work with? The issue at hand, the other person, and a brain that's drunk on adrenaline and almost incapable of rational thought. It's little wonder that we often say and do things that make perfect sense in the moment, but later on seem, well, stupid. What was I thinking, you wonder, when what you should be asking is, what part of my brain was I thinking with? The truth is, you were real-time multitasking with a brain that was working another job. You're lucky you didn't suffer a stroke. We're stumped. Remember, silence is bad. So speak your truth, guys, and have those crucial conversations.
Very good. Thank you. If you have not read that book, or I would encourage you to at least get a summary of that book and to read it. Would you recommend it, Karina?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's a terrific book. How many of you have read it? Oh, no? Crucial Conversations. It's a great book. None of you have read it? Wait, really? None of you? No? Okay. Kathy? You want to go? You don't have to. I'm just, if you decide you want to, let us know. Let me know, okay? Okay. Okay, in the back, and then we'll come down to Michaela, and then I'll get, yeah. Sam. Yeah. Oh, wait, what happened to the popcorn game? Your name is?
Dana.
Okay. Spencer? Dana. Sorry. Go ahead, Dana.
This is the last verse from a poem called The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
It's a good poem. Thank you. Yeah, very good. That's good. Yeah. Somebody had, I had an order where I was going. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're going to start popcorn now. Michaela, when you're finished, you choose somebody. Okay, pressure's on.
So I'm going to be reading a quote from the famous author C.S. Lewis. He was a theologian, and so I love seeing how his faith impacted the way that he saw the people around him. There are no ordinary people. You have never talked to a mere mortal. Nations, culture, arts, civilizations, these are mortal, and their life is to ours as the life of a gnat. But it is immortals whom we joke with, work with, marry, snub, and exploit. Immortal horrors are everlasting splendors. This does not mean that we are to be perpetually solemn. We must play, but our merriment must be of that kind, and it is, in fact, the merriest kind, which exists between people who have, from the outset, taken each other seriously. No flippancy, no superiority, no presumption. Thank you.
Very nice. Nice message. Good job. Really good. Wait. Who are you going to choose?
Jonathan?
Who didn't know that was coming? And the good thing about it is you've already gone, so they can't choose you back.
Oh, that's true.
That's right. Let that thought go. Must be springtime. Everybody's in shorts. First day of spring, was it? Jonathan.
A song that's pretty close to me and got me through some tough times. Hit or miss? I guess they never miss. Huh. You got a boyfriend? I bet he doesn't kiss you. He gonna find another girl and he won't miss you. You gonna skirt and hit the dab like Wiz Khalifa. Thank you.
Wait. Go back over there. Okay. Stand up.
Okay.
And give it the oomph. This is a good message. Give it the oomph that it deserves and that I know you have inside of you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
Hit or miss? I guess they never miss. Huh. You got a boyfriend? I bet he doesn't kiss you. He gonna find another girl and he won't miss you. He gonna skirt and hit the dab like Wiz Khalifa.
Now. Very good. Now, stop and choose somebody.
All right.
Everybody's trying to look busy and not look this way. John, I don't know.
Hannah.
Hannah's gone. Oh, okay. Sam? Yes. I'm just proving to you how poor my eyesight is. Nicholas, have you gone? Not yet? Okay.
Question. Is it okay if I cuss in it?
Do whatever floats your boat.
Because there's some pretty, what do you call it, language in it. Colorful language.
Colorful and do what you need to do.
But I have another one, but they're both equal.
This is a safe space. Do what you want to do. Just as we heard in the messages, be yourself.
All right. Because I don't want to offend anybody either.
All right. Well, if anybody's offended, you can apologize.
Okay. So here we go, if I can find it. I had the other one pulled up just in case, but Okay. Oh, hell no, Staff Sergeant. With the way the Marine Corps is kicking people out these days, they'd set me in a week. Administrative separation. It's not a good thing. They're not kicking people out for that kind of thing. Staff Sergeant, they're kicking people out for anything they can. It's like this every time a war ends. Thank you for your service, but we don't want the problems we made for you. Now get the fuck out. Then the Corps is too small when the next war comes along, fuckers. I think you'd be alright. I don't. There was a guy in my old unit, he was thinking about killing himself. He didn't do anything stupid. He went and tried to get help. He talked to the chaplain and the psychs and all that. They decided he was a lost cause and separated him without putting him through any kind of therapy. The fucking officers are always talking about how we need to help each other. Are always talking about how we need to help each other. Sorry, I lost my place.
You're doing fine.
How we need to help each other, and if there's a problem, to tell someone. All that really does is identifying ourselves as targets for separation. The fucking Marine Corps is making people into monsters and refusing to take responsibility for it. So if that kid ever takes himself out, it'll be okay because it won't be on the Marine Corps books, and the Commandant won't have to answer to Congress about it. That's kind of fucked up. Yes, that's why good Marines are getting chewed up. We have problems because we're fucking human beings and we've done some pretty inhuman shit, and it messes with our fucking head. But if we try to get professional help, Uncle Sam will say, oh, okay, we will help you out. Yeah, they'll help us alright. They'll help us get the fuck off the numbers so we're not their problem anymore. Cocksuckers. Marines are going to continue down the path they were going, and it's not like the government is actually helping any of them. And then the passage continues on. I don't know what that's from. Somebody took a screenshot of it and sent it to me because so when I got out, I got injured, and all of a sudden, even though I looked fine, it was a brain injury, and they just got rid of me. 6 years I gave to the Marine Corps, and I'm not saying that the Marine Corps is all like the military's bad and don't do it, this or the other. Love my time in, but they just got rid of me. My best friend that just got married in Dallas this weekend, same thing with him. He got injured. He couldn't work out the same way anymore. What happened? He got fat. They kicked him out. They didn't even give him a chance. My buddy, when we got back from our second deployment, he had PTSD. I told him to go talk to the chaplain. I told him first to go talk to his commanding officer and then go talk to the chaplain. And 2 months later, the guy was gone, out of the Marine Corps. And then when we come back, a couple months ago, I went to the VA to go talk to some psychiatrists. I was just having a rough go of it. And they said, oh, here, take all these 10 pills. I'm sure Spencer knows this. Yeah, we're on that VA candy. Yeah.
VA candy.
The VA is like the candy store. It's just pills. They don't actually help you. And then when they do, they'll refer you to some stupid $150 an hour psychiatrist that the Marine Corps won't even take care of. Can't relate to you. At least the chaplain or somebody that's in the military can relate to you.
Yeah.
Because of all who here has taken who here's taken a human life?
Yeah.
That you can't relate all that. So it's just one of those things that one of my buddies sent it to me, and I was like, because I was wondering what was I gonna do for my presentation, and I didn't know. And then he sent it to me, and I was like, oh yeah, but JK, there's a lot of cuss words. Yeah, I don't get offended by that, but if I offended anybody, sorry.
It's all right. It's a good message. You know, to be fair, I know that took some courage to bring that up and to talk about it, and I appreciate you doing that. And I hope everybody realizes that it's very easy to say go to war. But if we're going to go to war, we don't need just to fund the war. We need to fund everything about it, and that includes the people that come back, and forever and always, because it changes their life forever. Those of us that don't go, we stay here and we continue down our path and we live our life. And we get to do that because of those people that today volunteered to do it on our behalf. So as a taxpayer and as a citizen, I hope you'll think about in the future that you realize that it's not just funding bullets and planes and tanks. It's funding the mental and physical health of the people that go. And it's costly. And that should be, my opinion, is the first thing we should pay for. So, thanks for sharing that. Yeah. That's good. We're a few F-bombs in there, though. That's right. It's not like we haven't heard them before, right? Yeah. I let that word slip last semester in class. Who remembers that? Oh, you do? Oh, Spencer, you remember? Oh, is it on recording? I've been doing this 30 years, and I've been really careful. And, everything's recorded, and I think, I'll get it. And so I try to be somewhat careful. But it just came out.
You meant to say F-bomb, but you actually said it.
Yeah, I said it, yeah. Yeah, I kind of did it. So you're not the first to bless these halls with that word. DeAndre?
Ever heard of sailor mouth?
Sailor mouth? No, I just...
Basically, if you're in the Marines or Navy, they cuss a lot.
Oh, they do.
My brother, he has that, so that's why I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, used to that. How many of you use a lot of profanity with your friends? Raise your hand. You do? Really? Oh, my God. All right. Well, now wait. I'm going to say this to you. And there are times in my life when I have as well. I mean, I was in the bar business. It just kind of is part of the vernacular. But I am going to say this to you. You can use those words for emphasis, and I get why we do it. But it also, it's important to learn to speak without those words and to be able to express yourself without those words. If we use those words, we're using them as a crutch. And we're foregoing the rest of our vocabulary. So I encourage you to catch yourself when you do that and to realize that there are other words you can use in place of those that can emphasize. Do you get it? I'm not going to give you examples. I'm just want you to think about it and be mindful of it. How many of you get offended when somebody uses profanity? None of you do? Yeah. Depends on the setting. DeAndre?
Well, you said it depends on the setting.
Yeah.
There's little kids everywhere, but
Yeah.
honestly, who doesn't curse in front of their kids? I see a lot of people.
Oh, I hate to hear that.
I mean, I'm laughing. I'm speaking the truth. Like, there's some grown folks who curse in front of their babies. Like, one time my older brother stepped on one of my nephew's Lego.
Yeah, there we go. He let loose. She said, yeah. Yeah. Who speaks Italian? So my grandmother was from Naples, and for my entire life, she called me, I thought affectionately, a Strums. But it's not so affectionate. It's a little, just what Chip said. Yeah, that's what my loving grandmother was calling me. And she'd say it with such love and affection. I thought, oh, it's so sweet. Then I found out what it meant, and I went, huh. Okay. Totally redefined the relationship. Yeah, that's what it means. Okay, look, we're going to stop them today because I want to talk about networking for a bit, right? And then we'll come back to these on Tuesday. Remember, we're going to be having class Tuesday. Spencer, let's go ahead and update to continue our passionate presentations. These have been great. How many people are left to go? Raise your hand. Holy moly. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up on Tuesday. Maybe Thursday, but we're going to wrap it up. All right, so be ready. You've got some good thresholds to try to achieve. Let's talk about networking. How many of you enjoy networking? Raise your hand. How many of you hate it? Raise your hand. Okay. Why do we not like to network? Okay, it can be awkward. It can be, no doubt. Okay. So how did you so Kayla just said, I recently transitioned from hating it to loving it. Tell us about your transition. Tell everybody.
So I don't know, I'm very, like, I feel like I'm not very good at meeting new people. Or like, I am good at meeting new people, but I wasn't very good at like leaving an impression, whether it was good or bad, I felt like. And so like I was always nervous to meet new people, even professionally, to just meet people or they reject me, or just the fear of just rejection or someone not liking me that I would want to like me. And then like the more you network, it's more like it's making professional friends. So I know how to make friends. And so when I started thinking about it, and like it's the way to make professional friends, that helped me move over. And also networking helped me get 2 jobs. And I'm like, well, this is working. Like, I might as well do it more. So.
Very good. Thanks for sharing that, because she talked to you about, I'm sure a lot of you feel that way, right? It's awkward because we're a little insecure. We're wondering, these people are probably, right? They're judging us, right? In a professional network setting often. And you just got to own that and be okay with it. But that starts with believing in who you are and establishing your foundation. And you have just as much right to be in that room as they do. And you do. You've worked hard to get there. Remember that. I want to say it's Natalie? Natalie, yeah. Destiny. I was close. But Destiny sells shoes. You meet people every single day. When you first started out, were you nervous?
Yes.
And today, are you nervous?
No.
Tell us about that.
Well, it's just like,
Tell everybody.
basically like the knowledge of what you learn from the shoe. Like at first I didn't even know like how to present the shoe, and now it's just like, oh, I just go on and on about the facts, and it just became easy.
Each time you did it.
Yeah.
Experience matters. The more you do it, the more comfortable you feel. The more you stand up here, the more comfortable you will feel speaking and presenting. Networking is just a mini presentation. Right? Practice some of the same things we've talked about in here. Watch your hand movement. Remember we talked about this when I had you stand up in front of each other, remember? Eye contact. How about shaking hands when you network? How many of you find that to be a little awkward? Nobody does? I always kind of find the handshake a little awkward. I want to say, who came up with that? Yeah? Nicholas?
I wouldn't say the handshake is awkward. I'd say if you stick your hand out and they don't notice it and you sit there for
That's awkward. Yeah, that's awkward. Show everybody what you did. And you got it. Ah, like the front of your hand? Yeah. No, it's a fair point. Yeah, Lizzie?
I'm a cook in a restaurant. Like, when I go to shake someone's hand, I guess my grip is a little firmer. But, and then, like a big, strong man will come shake my hand and he'll go. Your hand is like 3 times
the size, yeah. Yeah.
Your handshake is super. I was like, no, this is pretty regular. You were just expecting.
Ah, a little mealy, yeah. Hannah.
So this isn't happening to me a lot more often than I would like it to, but I'm still like at my job, but I'm networking, I'm talking to guests, and I'm introducing myself.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is like happening on a weekly basis. Like I'll go and be like, okay, well, my name's Hannah, please reach out to me if you need anything. And it's usually grown men, but they like give me like a
Fist bump?
And it just catches me off guard every time because I'm like in a professional setting.
Yeah.
And, like, why is this appropriate that you want to fist bump me?
Yeah. So let's talk about that. First, let's talk about handshakes. It sounds like everybody in here is pretty comfortable with that. It sounds like the old men have a bigger problem than anybody else. Doesn't surprise us in this class, given what we talked about old men earlier. All right. But hugs. Hold on. See, you got, this generation, you guys come up with this. Yeah, that's really, it's kind of awkward. See, I grew up, you hug everybody. I don't hug anybody today. Somebody will try to hug me, I'm like, are you sure you want to do this? Because I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. I mean, I'm good with that, But, I've got a French chef, a friend of mine, he owns Artisan. He comes up, every woman he meets, it's 3 kisses. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Of course, the women are like, woo. but if you try to do that in a professional setting, that's not going to work, right? So a handshake, eye contact, right? Handshake. But make sure, I think the ladies make a good point. Gentlemen, it's just do your regular handshake. Ladies, is that what you're telling them? Just do your regular handshake. And it doesn't need to be like this. It doesn't need to be 2 hands. Right, Ryan?
On the contrary to that.
Here we go. Different perspective.
On the contrary to people expecting men to do like that, some women will do like that, and you will never see it coming, and you just get sidetracked the same way.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary to say that it's just one side.
I think that's a fair point. Yeah. So it happens on both sides of the fence, so to speak.
And guys will do that to other guys. They'll forcefully grab in front of you.
Because they missed your hand. Right, they probably didn't mean to. But how many of you have ever gone to shake somebody's hand and you didn't quite get it and it kind of feels like, and you're like, damn, that was awkward. Right? And you can't go back and go, hey, let's try that again. Right? So you kind of gotta kind of keep an eye on it and get it in there. And then, they got all this, like we used to do when I was a kid. Brianna, enlighten us.
So I was at like a little networking event, and me and my friend, we were about to shake this guy's hand, and we both went in at the same time. We ended up having like a
look. DeAndre, come up here for a second, will you, please? So, it's nice to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you too. Okay, this is a handshake, right? Is that what everybody's used to? Okay, in a professional environment, this is not the handshake, right? Now, if you want to do that with your friends and do that, that's good, right? But you don't need to do this, right? Just a hand, just single hand is what you want to do, right?
I've noticed a lot that really, really old people go like.
They'll do like, yeah. And some people, that's a sign of respect for them. So don't take offense at it if somebody does it with you. It's just realize that it's just a different approach to that. I'm just sharing with you, you don't need to do that. And then this. Right? You guys even do this anymore? You guys still high five? You do? Or then it's this. What is it's here, right? Yeah, yes. Yeah. Here, yeah. It's like that, then you do that. Forget all of that. Save that for your friends. Thank you. Save that for your friends in the workplace. Just do the handshake. All right? Eye contact. That's good. And when you're meeting somebody. Now, if somebody meets you and they keep their hands behind their back, don't put your hand out. Right? Let them make the first move. Some people, handshakes aren't what they do. I go down to Argentina a lot, and they don't shake hands. They kiss. Men kiss men. Yeah, you touch them on the shoulder, and you kiss them on both cheeks. Well, yeah, you know, that's a fair point. I don't do it very often, but a friend of mine who lives down there, he has 2 sons, and he introduced me to them. I put my hand out, and his 10-year-old looked at his dad and goes, "What's this?" and I was like, "Oh, right, I forgot." So you put your hand on their shoulder, and then you kiss on one cheek, and then you kiss on the other, and they're kiss, and you kiss, and that's the way it works, and that's how they greet. Everybody greets that way, but it's just a different way. How do they greet? And
Same thing. Yeah. There's a lot of people kissing.
you kiss, yeah. Men too, yeah. Yeah, it's a culture thing. So if you haven't read the book, Kiss, Bow, or Shake Hands, you need to read it. Because today the world is global. And you have to realize, anybody from with the Japanese culture? And with the Japanese culture, how do we greet? You bow, right? You don't shake hands. No. And actually, it's much more, according to you guys, it's much more sanitary if we don't shake hands, right? How many of you shake hands like when DeAndre came up and sneezed, right? How many of you, then you're like, okay. Yeah, I did. How many of you want to shake? I had a guy one time, we both came out of the restroom together, and somebody introduced us. And fortunately, I had washed my hands, but I come out there, and he kind of looked at my hands, and I was like, dude. You know, we were just, you know, right. You shake hands? Do you? Is that, yeah? You do that?
Speaking of that thing, that's the origin of shaking with your right hand. Because they used to wipe with their left.
Oh. Oh, isn't that interesting? That may be under the definition of WTMI, but I'm good. But I appreciate you sharing it.
But that's like, whenever you're afraid of somebody's hands not being clean, shaking hands came from the assumption that you're shaking with the clean.
Ah. Now everybody's going to think about that when they shake hands with everybody. Okay, listen. Let's talk about just really quickly, what do you say at a networking event? Because you need to be prepared. How do you manage that? You meet them and then you just stand there in silence? Or you can have an elevator speech, but it kind of seems a little rehearsed, but you need to have something ready about who I am, what do I do, right? Or how about when you're asking them questions? We talked about this, remember? You probably don't, but we talked about the need to be able to ask questions and to be prepared to ask people questions and how you ask them questions in a sensitive way. Give me an example. Amanda.
Okay, so I recently had an experience at South by Southwest in Austin, and like I had a few drinks, so maybe things came out like a little bit not how I wanted, but I was just like struck by someone who was working in events, and I kind of started out like really harshly. Like I asked like, "What's your job title here?"
Okay.
But she was like, I got across that like I was super interested. She said she made one comment to like a bartender, and like just the fact that she was like so on it, like she had her clipboard, like my interest like was like expressed, and she expressed the same interest back.
Okay, good.
But like I realized from that, like I was kind of embarrassed later, like the opening was like definitely I could have asked a better question.
Okay. How many of you after a conversation think to yourself, I wonder how that conversation went? How many of you analyze your conversations after the conversations? Okay. Well, you want to think through some of these things and think through some of the questions you can ask people. And it doesn't just have to remain work-related, but if you're going to get off of work, you need to be sensitive about the questions you ask, right? And I gave you a few examples. All right, we got to get out of here. But we're going to do more of this and more about networking next time. So spend more time thinking about networking, because I'm going to introduce myself to you. Great job today, guys. Really good.
How are you feeling today?